everybody, and welcome back to another lesson of Freaking Awesome Italian. Today we're going to be taking it kind of easy. This is kind of a simple lesson. I'm feeling a little bit sick, so we'll take it kind of easy. Today we're going to learn about IRE verbs, IRE verbs. If you remember, we talked about how there are three different types of verbs, ARE, ERE, and IRE. We're going to skip the ERE verbs for now, and we'll circle back to them because they're the weird ones. For now, we're just going to go to the next most normal ones, which are the IRE verbs. We're going to learn them in the present, and then we're going to learn how to do them in the present perfect, which is that past tense that we learned. So first, let's look at how you conjugate them when they're regular. A regular IRE verb conjugates like this: o, I, e, iamo, ite, ono. So as you can see, this is very similar to an ARE verb. The only difference really is the third person singular, right? It's e instead of a. And then the second person plural is ite instead of ate. And then the third person plural is ono instead of ano. But other than that, and those are a little changes, right? So it's just a little minor adjustment that you have to do in your mind when you see an IRE verb. Other than that, it's very similar to the ARE verbs that we saw before. So for example, sentire, sentire. This verb can mean to feel, it can mean to hear, it can mean to smell, it can mean a few different things based on the context. So sentire is io sento, tu senti, lui sente, noi sentiamo, voi sentite, e loro sentono. Remember, in the third person plural, the emphasis goes back one syllable, just like with ARE verbs, right? Loro sentono. There you go. So, how do we do the regular past participle? If you remember, the past participle is like eaten, right? To eat is the present tense, and then eaten together with have, I have eaten, right? We learned those for ARE verbs. Now we're going to learn them for IRE verbs. So all you have to do is you replace the IRE ending with ITO. These are obviously for regular ones. There are many irregular ones, so every time you learn a new verb, it's a good idea to also look up its past participle and learn them together. When you learn a new verb, learn its past participle together with the infinitive. That way you know them both. But if it's a regular verb, it's usually going to be like this: ITO. Remember, with ARE verbs it was ATO. With IRE verbs it's ITO. So that's pretty predictable. So sentire, the past participle is sentito, sentito. Dormire, to sleep. Io dormo, that's present tense, I sleep, right? Io dormo. In the past tense, io ho dormito. Ho dormito. That's the present perfect that we learned a few videos ago. Servire, to serve. Servire. Noi serviamo, in the present tense, we serve, right? Noi abbiamo servito. Abbiamo servito. There you go. There's the present perfect, which is that past tense. So there are some irregularities that happen quite often with IRE verbs. There are a lot of IRE verbs that have isc in the middle of them when they're conjugated. I'll show you this. It's an irregularity, but I don't know if this makes sense. It's a regular irregularity. What that means is that with the verbs that have this, it's pretty much the same in every verb. I'll show you what I mean. That sounded kind of confusing the way I worded that, but you'll see. So here are some examples. Capire, capire, to understand, right? Look at how this is conjugated. You can see that only the noi and the voi forms are what you'd expect from what we saw before with the chart, right? Capiamo and capite. Everything else has this weird isc in the middle of it. And where did that come from, right? Capisco, capisci. Remember, because SCI is sh, right? So capisco, capisci, capisce, and then capiamo, capite, capiscono, capiscono. So that isc thing, it happens quite often with IRE verbs. There are many of them that have that. Let's look at a few more. Pulire, pulire, to clean. Pulisco, pulisci, pulisce. Puliamo, pulite, puliscono. Costruire, to build. Costruisco, costruisci, costruisce. Costruiamo, costruite, costruiscono. So as you can see, it's like an L shape. It's the whole left column and then the bottom right corner. That L shape that has this isc, but not noi or voi. Finire, finisco, finisci, finisce, finiamo, finite, finiscono. And punire, punisco, punisci, punisce, puniamo, punite, puniscono. These verbs are, a lot of people call them isco verbs. Just so when you're looking up a new verb, and if it says next to it that it's an isco verb, you know that that means that in those forms, it's going to have that isc in the middle. So the moral of this story is when you learn a new verb, learn its infinitive, learn its past participle, and if it's an IRE verb, learn whether it's an isco verb or not. Hope that wasn't too much for you today. That's all I have. I hope that was a pretty simple and nice relaxing lesson. So enjoy that, because next time we're going to jump into something that's a little bit more complicated. So rest up. I definitely will too. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Arrivederci.